What is behind the increasing US dollar over the last 3 months? That is from late June 2021 to late August 2021. So in a bid to answer that question, the renowned professor of economics at New York University's Stern School of Business, Nure Rubini, indicated, amongst other things, that it's probably the hawkishness of the Fed. This hawkishness is much more than what you have from the ECB and the BOJ, and also the issue of whether tapering will occur or not. And we now know that tapering will occur. It came from the mouth of Jerome Powell. So, amongst other things, is that the theory is that it's expected that the US dollar is supposed to flow out from the US and into other parts of the world, especially Europe, but that hasn't really occurred, And according to him, that's the theory, According to him, what has happened is that we've had, in the last few months, a growth slowdown, a growth scare, and we've had risk-off episodes, at least, that have affected the bond market. And that risk-off and then slowdown in growth has implied fizzling out of the reflation trade. You must have heard about that reflation trade sometime a few months ago. And as such, money has been staying in the US rather than moving abroad, and that explains the strengthening of the US dollar rather than the weakening of the US dollar. So the folks at Capital.com were indicating a few things as well. They said the euro dollar pair fell steadily across the first quarter of 2021, hitting a year-to-date intraday low of 1.1703 on March 31st of March 2021. The euro USD pair is simply how much the figure the euro can buy when you're trying to buy the dollar, how much you can buy with the euro. That's the pair. Okay. So that pair has also fallen by about 370 points. It fell about 370 points in 2 weeks, sometime in I think June or thereabout, amid growing divergences in the direction of monetary policy between the ECB and the Federal Reserve Bank. Whilst the ECB remained firmly accommodative in their June meeting, the Fed adopted an unexpected hawkish stance, and that's the validation. We all know that the Fed was much more hawkish. And also during the pandemic, the Fed adopted a very loose monetary policy. The US Central Bank cut interest rates to a record low of 0% to 0.25% and initiated a quantitative easing program, buying up to $120 billion worth of bonds monthly. That ultra loose monetary policy dragged on demand for the US dollar, weakening the currency in 2020. So we also have the issue of rising inflation, and we also have, it is expected and speculated that unemployment in this month, September, we're not in September yet, but we're going there very soon, will be poor, maybe poor. So some of those things can also affect the US dollar. So in a nutshell, that is what is behind this increase in the US dollar. So this is as it concerns how much the euro can buy the dollar. So that's what we're talking about now. And in most cases, when you're talking about the dollar, it is how much it is in reference to the euro. That is the euro dollar pair. Okay. So thank you very much for watching this video.